Hey everyone. Over the last couple of months I've been working on a new Tyranid army, and I've come up with a scheme that I really love, and I liked it so much that I thought I'd make a video of it and share it with the internet. So I'm going to run you through step by step how I've gone about painting this scheme. So off a base coat of Screaming Skull, I've applied it through an airbrush, but you can use a paintbrush. I've applied a mix of Doomfire Magenta, 1 part to 10 parts contrast medium, and I've applied that over the entirety of the model. Once that's on and dried, I've then put pink horror into the fleshy bits, and then I've used my choice of black, which is scale 75, just to paint onto all of the claws and the hooves. Once that's on, the next step is to block out the carapace, and for that I've used Baragnar Burgundy as a foundation. You probably should do 2 coats of this. In this tutorial I've only done the 1. Shocking, I know, but as I'm batch painting I thought 1 would do. Next up after that, I've used Carapace Crimson as a shade. I've put that onto the recesses of the pink fleshy bits, but also underneath the burgundy or purple carapace. I find this helps to add a bit of depth to the model, just because at the moment it's quite one-dimensional. The next stage is to shade the carapace, and for that I've made a wash of Baragnar Burgundy and black. So I've really just reduced it down with some clean water, and then I'm just applying this all over the carapace, focusing on the recesses, just to add some darkness to the carapace. Then once that's fully dried, for the mid-tones on the carapace, what I've chosen is to apply some Screamer Pink. I feel this is a really nice colour that blends really well with the Baragnar Burgundy and black mix. So just blending that in, glazing in some areas just where it needs to be blended, and then yeah, that's that. For the highlights on the carapace, I've used Screamer Pink and Vallejo Iraqi Sand. If you don't have the Iraqi Sand, you can use Oshapti Bone, and this is just a 50-50 mix. I'm just highlighting this on, following the natural movement of the carapace and the jaggedy bits. For a final highlight, what I've done is I've just focused on the real edges, and I've used just a bit more Iraqi Sand to brighten up the edges. For the claws, I've kept it really nice and simple. I've just used the same scale 75 black, and I've mixed in some medium sea grey, and I've just built up that colour to make it slightly brighter towards the tip. So I think I did a thicker highlight, and then 1 highlight after that with a lighter grey. For the pink fleshy bits, I've used the same method, so I've just taken pink horror and then mixed in some Vallejo Iraqi Sand, and then just built up the edges and to highlight those. Then finally, to really finish the model off, what I've done is I've used Screaming Skull, which is the initial base coat colour, and I've just glazed that on to smooth out any parts where the contrast paint may have not settled and dried as smoothly as I would have liked. We use the contrast paint as a sort of wash, so anywhere where it pulls you may need to go over. That's the finished model. Down below I've put all my basing elements that I've used. This is my go-to for all basing, really. I've kind of stuck with the same scheme for the last couple of years. I just love it so much, and it just seems to work. You can apply whatever basing method you think looks best. Here's a couple of other examples of models I've painted using the exact same scheme. For the blue bits, all I've done is used Vallejo blue-green, and then just built up the colour with using an off-white just to highlight it. but otherwise I followed the exact same scheme. So that's my tutorial. Hopefully you've enjoyed it or found it useful in some way. If you apply it to your own models, I'd love to see the final product that you come up with, or if you come up with any improvements. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know the format isn't perfect, but I'm definitely keen to do some more and work on improving. But I hope you enjoy this first humble effort, and I guess I'll see you on the next one. Thanks.